Spring is almost here. Find out how you can create your own herb or veggie garden. Plus dishes you can make using those fresh ingredients.
Well, this is a great time of year to start thinking about and planting your own garden, and you can actually have your own garden on the rooftop, and that's exactly where we are, on the rooftop in downtown Phoenix. And we're with Chef Chaz Frankenfeld. He is the executive sous chef of District American Kitchen and Wine Bar here. We're kind of visiting him in his beautiful garden. Chef, I love what you've done with this garden, and most people would never know that we're on the 4th floor of the Sheraton Phoenix Downtown Hotel. It's amazing.
Well, thank you. Actually, we started this about 3-4 years ago. It started with one little box that's now grown into almost half of the hotel length.
It's beautiful.
We've got probably about 30-40 feet of just straight garden. And it is a raised box, which is great for it's about 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
And actually, because the soil's so rich in nutrients here in Arizona, it's best to probably take 50% of it and mix it with some organic compost. So kind of go to your local nursery and you can buy some compost, mix it in, and that's kind of what we did here.
Well,
we kind of mixed it in.
Let's talk about what you've got here, just a sampling, and then how you use it, how you apply it to the restaurant menu.
Okay, well, we do have lots of different vegetables and herbs. We do have the organic rosemary, we have bok choy, parsley, cilantro, cauliflower, there's roasted beets, or there's beets that we have growing. There's also, we have broccoli, and a lot of these items we will use in the restaurant. A lot of times we have our lunch special as well as some of our dinner specials. Cooks will come up, cut some vegetables, cut some herbs out of the garden, bring it down to the kitchen. We'll all talk about what's something new that we can do for the day and come up with a daily special.
I mean, what a great way for the chefs to just really teach and cook fresh.
Oh yeah,
right?
One of the things that we do have on our restaurant menu is spinach. We have a nice, beautiful spinach salad. We just basically grow some of it in the garden. We're just going to clip it right out of the garden.
Nice. It doesn't get any fresher than that, does it?
No, it doesn't. Not at all. And then we just take it over to the kitchen.
Okay.
And actually in our little makeshift kitchen over here today. One of the key things, especially with spinach, you want to make sure that once it's cleaned, you want to wash it really good. Get as much of the dirt out as you can. And as you can see, we'll have to pull some of the dirt and some of the dead leaves out. But then that's kind of, we'll pull the stems out and kind of let it sit. When you're washing spinach, and especially leafy greens, let it sit for a while, allow the dirt to actually sink to the bottom. And this way, then you just pull the greens out from the top and the dirt is already sunk to the bottom.
That is a great tip. Also, give us some tips if we want to start an herb garden right now. And in terms of, you had mentioned the soil,
right.
But what are some simple herbs to start with maybe that are going to be really successful here?
A great herb, honestly, would be basil. Fresh basil in the garden. If you're making a nice pasta dish, you can go out and just clip the basil, tarragon basil, fresh thyme, rosemary. You can have a beautiful rosemary bush that also adds to the beautiful landscape of your backyard.
And you're going to very quickly put together a salad using that fresh spinach.
And actually we're going to do, I actually had some of the spinach already washed up and cleaned.
Gorgeous.
So what I mean, I have a nice spinner here. You just take some of once it's washed, put it in the spinner, and we're just going to go ahead and just give it a good spin to get as much of the water out as you can. We just give it a good spin. And the reason why you do that is when you go to put the salad dressing on it, it actually sticks to the lettuce versus it actually, if it was wet, it would dry out.
Okay, very good.
We'll just take the spinach, we'll put it in here. We have an guava mustard vinaigrette.
And this is very representative of the menu here.
Oh, absolutely. This is on our menu every day.
Look how beautiful and fresh.
Some roasted beets from the garden, some feta cheese, as well as some dried figs, and then some toasted pine nuts.
And as he is tossing that up, Chef, thank you so much for letting us spend a little bit of time today. I love it. You know you're going to get fresh and wonderful and beautiful, and it's a great time to plant the garden, and this is exactly, you're the incentive I needed. Look at that, to start expanding my garden. And to get this beautiful recipe, everyone, all you have to do is go to districtrestaurant.com.